Everything's fine. It's all fine now. Here, how are you? Hi guys, how's it going? It's time to do a live, I guess. Haven't done a live on this channel in a while, so definitely wanted to jump on here and say hi to you guys. Not sure how long this live will be. Lola's joining me, of course. Yeah, so is Precious and Dot as well, but you can't see them. Oh, Lola. So anyway, how is everybody? How was your Christmas? How was your Christmas? Happy Christmas. No, don't want to do that. There we go. All right. So yeah, welcome back, everybody, or welcome forward. I don't know. It's freaking cold outside. This is Joseph. Ooh, Eric Martin. I was hoping you'd tune in for this one. And Olivia, of course, $2. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Puggy. Yes, indeed. Joseph Barbado. In my sarcastic voice, I say only 2 weeks till Section 31. Yay! Aren't you excited for Section 31? Everyone should be excited for Section 31. It's exciting. And it's a secret. I'm sure. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, just trying to adjust accordingly here. Look, now they can see you, Puggins. They can see you being cute. I know. It's hard to get comfy on there, isn't it? Because he's fat. Anyway. So hope everybody is doing well. And yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to talk about necessarily, as I tend not to usually know what we're going to talk about. Kind of is up to you guys. But yeah, I just haven't been live for a while and thought, why not? Why not? Anyway, look at those little ears, she says. He's got so tiny little ears. I know. She hoofed at you. Look at that fat ass belly. That's probably what you should be saying. She needs to go on a diet. Terrence Williams is here. Good to see you, Terrence. Good to see you. So yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys had a good Christmas. Like I said, hopefully you guys had a good New Year's. Hopefully your 2025 is going good so far. I know there's a lot of shit going on with California and all that. I've checked in with a bunch of people from California who are all safe, including our own very own Matt Boardman, Doug Drexler, Bill George. And yeah, so that's a really shitty situation that's going on over there. And it's actually insanely scary. If you watch videos, the wind whipping up and just stoking those fires is insane. And wow. So anyway, I hope everybody is staying safe. Hope everybody is staying well. And I hope this year goes off without a hitch. Not saying that's necessarily going to happen, but oh, and another thing. This Sunday afternoon, me and Sylvia will be going live for a just general live hangout discussion. AMA, ask me, or the AUA, ask us anything. Just a live with me and the Admiral. So if you guys are interested in that, That'll be Sunday afternoon, so tune in for that. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we can, I think she'll be working on crafts or something. I don't know what I'll be doing, but we'll see. It'll just be us hanging out with you guys chatting. So, but yes. Joseph Barbato says, yeah, that's some crazy stuff going on over there. Indeed, indeed, it is a little bit insane. Eric Martin, I like the Sam Witwer interviews. Thank you. Yeah, Sam is an extremely nice guy. It's also good to know that he's watched Trekyards for years, and he's kind of a fan of ours as well, which did not expect, I gotta say. But coming from Star Killer himself, that was pretty awesome to hear, I gotta say. Mark Lawrence checking in from Anime Los Angeles, safe from the fires for now. Good to see you, Mark. I'm glad you're here as well. You make it to so many lives. You are a pillar of the community, and you are a really important cog in the machine. And we really appreciate having you. So thank you for being here, Mark. Much appreciated. Hope you're having a good time. Stay safe, please. Terrence says, yes, the Witwer interview was superb. Hopefully you've checked out all the parts of it. Good guy, and I can't wait to talk to him more. Eric says, tell the Admiral to bring the little pitchfork thing, that it cracks me up. Oh, her little pitchfork and devil's horns, because she plays devil's advocate and like puts me in my place. Yeah, I don't know. I might get a little turned on and excited if she does that. I don't know. We'll see. I don't even know if, do we know where those are? I think we do actually. I think we do know where those are. We'll see. We're not going to be reviewing JJ films, so I don't know if she'll need them necessarily, but you're being loud. You should probably just lay down. Anyway, but yeah, what do you guys want to talk about? Did you watch my Shelf by Shelf today? I haven't even looked to see how many people have checked that out. Let me just take a look-see here and see. Well, 33 views. I mean, that's happy Friday. Awesome. Lego has a book, She and You May Like, Botanical Almanac, a field guide to brick built blooms. Also, yeah, I had books so much of that when younger. Okay, well, there you go. There's some good comments on there. If you haven't checked out the most recent Shelf by Shelf video that was released today, please go do so. And there is another one filmed, although next week I think I'm going to do something else, something new. Instead of having two Shelf by Shelf videos back to back, I'm not sure that's the thing that I'm going to do. I don't know. We'll see. Richard Kennedy, I should be sleeping in the UK. Just saying hello. Hello, Richard. How's it going? You should be sleeping. Go to sleep. Be responsible. Eric Martin, are you out of Crown Peach? I am not. No, sir. I've got a full bottle of Crown Apple. I got a full bottle of Crown Peach. And I think I also have another half bottle of Crown Apple. So I do have a full bottle of Crown Peach. My God. Crown Peach. So anyway, yeah, I'm good. And I also got some Johnny Walker Red and Black Label for Christmas. So I'm pretty good as far as that kind of stuff goes. Terrence Williams, how are you feeling about the near future of Star Trek after Lord X being canceled? I'm a bit bummed. I'm not bummed. I think things will work out for the best. I'm sure Lower Decks will get a movie at some point or something. I'm not too concerned about it. We have Strange New Worlds on the horizon. We got Section 31, yay, the movie. And we also got Starfleet Academy, which, we'll see how it goes. Strange New Worlds is pretty interesting. But yeah, nothing else new. Star Trek 4, is it still in development? I don't know, probably. Maybe. No, not really. That's okay. I don't know. Let's see. Joseph Barbato, any new Blue Bricks builds coming up, Cap? No, I am out of Blue Bricks builds. However, I don't know if you've heard the news or the rumors, but Lego is acquiring the Star Trek license, and I guess they're doing a test probably November of this year, releasing an Enterprise D kit. Probably like a $300-400 kit. 31 inches long is the rumor. So an Enterprise D. I've reached out to Lego and asked about a partnership. Haven't heard anything officially back yet. They did respond and say, send us all your details. We'll see what we can do. But have not heard back officially yet. So if I can get on board and get one, absolutely will. Do I want to buy one? I don't know. I want to support Star Trek with Lego because Lego should have the franchise and will do some good stuff if this first one sells well. So I do want to support them with it, but I don't know. It would be a big kit, and it's quite a bit of money, and I'm just not quite sure that I'm there as far as wanting to do that. So I don't know. I support you guys though, or no, I do support you guys, but I would encourage you guys to support Lego by going out and buying this kit when it becomes available. Odds are pretty good I'll be reviewing it and building it, so I don't know. Eric Martin, I hope Strange New Worlds is good this year. It gets me through the cold winter. It shouldn't get you through the cold winter because they'll probably be coming out in March and sometime in March would be my guess. And if that's the case, then that's spring, and it'll take us into the summer. So, yeah. Joseph says, wowzers, did not know about Lego getting the Trek license. It's only a rumor at this point, but it's been kind of confirmed by a number of people. So I don't know how official it is, but that's one of the reasons that Blue Bricks doesn't have the license anymore. Or because they let it lapse, give Lego a chance to scoop it up. I'm not quite sure how that works. But yeah, there was a rumor floating around. It was very, very just a rumor. And then I've seen multiple people report on it. And then I contacted Lego, and it seems to be legit, but I don't know for 100% sure what's going on with that. So, hey, Trekyards here. Richard Kennedy. Yeah, that would be a big and expensive Lego D. Yeah, kind of on scale with the number of pieces that their Millennium Falcon is, like 900 pieces or however many, 1,300. I forget how many pieces it was, but Eric Martin, how's the 350 scale refit coming along? It's still in the same, it's the same progress it's been for the last 4 years. So it's good. It's not going back any steps. It's, I'll definitely be getting the Tomy refit Enterprise before I get mine completed. So yeah, there's that. Neil Hammersmith, watched Star Trek Generations with my kid. She asked if Deanna was as bad a driver as her mom. Oof. Well, I have no comment on that. Justice says, I can't wait for you to get the Tomy refit. I also can't wait for me to get the Tomy refit. Also, we haven't heard any official word yet on ordering for the One Company tricorder. I still haven't got official word yet if I will be able to review it, like get a review copy from them. But speaking of tricorders, Mr. Eric, sir, I would really like to get my tricorder back at some point. I have another one, exactly like the one I gave you that I could trade, but I would like to get my tricorder back. If you have the ability to do so, that'd be awesome. I'm not calling you out or anything. Even if it's not repaired, if it just, I don't even know anymore. But anyway, we'll leave it there. So yeah. What else can we talk about? We talked about the Sam Witwer thing. Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about is this whole Discovery has been removed from canon bullshit. Discovery has not been removed from canon. I don't know where people got this stuck in their fucking head. The Lower Decks season finale did kind of establish that the Disco Klingons were in fact an alternate quantum reality of the Klingons. And that does not in any way decanonize Discovery. It just, Discovery is still canon. It's just canon to its own universe, which is the Discoverse, which is what I've been saying since it fucking started. It is not the prime timeline as much as they said it was, and they wanted you to believe it was. It clearly was not. I mean, it's the prime timeline for their timeline, for the Discoverse, absolutely. But it is not the prime timeline. For multiple different reasons. We actually filmed a video today talking about a specific ship that is an iterative ship between Enterprise, the one we see in Enterprise, and the one we see later, which is the Klingon Bird of Prey. So we talk about the Discovery Klingon Bird of Prey, and there's no way that that fits into the prime timeline lineage of those ships. So all these videos that say Discovery is decanonized are fucking stupid, because no, it's not. It is still canon. It is just Discoverse canon. It is still Star Trek canon because it was shown on screen. So I wanted to address that because a lot of people seem to be very confused about that, and even to the point where they think that we said that it's decanonized. It's not decanonized. They just clearly established that the Discoverse Klingons and ships are in fact from an alternate quantum reality. And everybody's like, oh, that's just a possible iteration of what they could have looked like. Yes, from a different dimension, a different reality, a different universe. But anyway, so yes, Discovery is still canon. And I have no problem with that. It's always been canon. It's just its own canon. Neil Hammersmith, my kid is slowly getting into Trek. We are watching TNG. We are also watching Retro Badger. She loves the ships. She's doing something right if she loves the ships. And Retro Badger is great. I suggest anybody go check out Retro Badger on YouTube. Love his videos. Joseph says, any new rant alerts we should bring up? My current rant alert is everything in the dang house breaking down all at once. Just had to replace my fridge, and just today learned I have to buy a new washer. I don't have any rant alerts on the horizon. They tend to crop up during these lives a lot of the time. I need to get back to making the rant alert videos, but based on some of the comments from some of the early rant alert videos, it's like, oh, this guy's just complaining for the sake of complaining. And yes, that's kind of the point, because it's a series, but at the same time, my rants have meaning, at least to me. So I don't know. I need to get back into making rant alerts. I just don't want people to. People are mean, is what I'm saying. Stop being mean, and I'll make rant alerts. Eric Martin, I'm going to work on it. It's been a rough few months. I have all the parts. Does the other tricorder have the same problems? The other tricorder has exactly the same issue, yes. And looser hinges. The hinges on the one I gave you are more tight and more, they feel better. The other one is much looser, so I don't know. But yes, the exact same problem. Neil Hammersmith, I think Lower Decks de-bullshitted Star Trek. Yeah. Also, Lower Decks does have a level of satire viewers need to navigate. Yes. Joseph Barbato, sounds like the Fandom Menace and Doom Dick videos talking about disco not being canon. Well, I haven't seen anything from him in a while. It just doesn't come across my feed. But there are other people that have even been arguing against the fact that people have said it's decanonized, like Steve Shives. And I haven't watched Steve Shives' video because, and Dave Cullen's video as well. Again, I haven't watched either one of them, but I've seen their thumbnails, and it's like this whole decanonization of Discovery needs to be talked about. So I'm not sure exactly what they said in those videos, but anyway, it's fine. Strange New Worlds is also in the Discoverse. It's just not as bad. Strange New Worlds, me and Sam actually have a theory about that. I might make a video about it. That Strange New Worlds is in fact separate from the Discoverse, even because it's very, very close to the Discoverse, but there are a few differences that. So if this is the Prime timeline, this is the Discoverse timeline. It's like the Strange New Worlds timeline, somewhere about here, close to the Discoverse, but closer to Prime as well. And sure, I'm sure these realities get close to each other and merge in some spots, maybe. But anyway, yeah, we have a video that we might make talking about that because there are enough differences, and a lot of people chalk it up to, well, the ship got destroyed, so the saucer got rebuilt, so that's why the quarters and the rooms and everything look different. But there are other things. I don't know. We talked about it today when we were filming other videos, that it's a video that might need to be made, and we'll see if we get around to it. I'm not sure, but it's something that I think needs to be addressed. But Joseph Barbato, the angry video game nerd, does rant alerts. He just calls them, you know what's BS. Yeah, James Rolfe. Spike says, I don't like rant alerts. I like seeing the captain happy. Oh, well, thanks, Spike. I'm never happy. That's my secret. I'm never happy. Eric Martin, it's okay. You have to detach the hinges to fix the lower lights and then re-glue them anyways. Well, there you go. Neil Hammersmith, what separates Stranger Worlds from Star Trek Discovery is the peak in Pike's hair. Honestly, didn't Wes address this in season 2 Prodigy? Yes, somewhat. Wesley Crusher. Yes, multiverse. Artie Electric, have you watched the Family Guy Star Trek episode? The Family Guy Star Trek episode? Is this a new thing? If it's a new thing, then no, I absolutely have not seen that. Pike's Peak. Yeah, it's a good name for it. But no, if it's a new episode of Family Guy, I haven't seen it. If it's an older one, it's just, if it's a full episode on Star Trek, I don't think I've seen it. I've seen, of course, their Blue Harvest and stuff, which is their plays on Star Wars, but no. No, not new, I guess. I don't know if I've seen it. Hold on. Let me just take a quick look here. Hold on. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Where the hell is my... There it is. Are you comfortable? Do you want to go lay in the bed with the other puppies? Because you don't look comfortable on that chair. Yeah, I look up Family Guy Star Trek, and all I get is Not All Dogs Go to Heaven, where we got the cast of TNG. There's a Star Trek references in Family Guy. yeah, there's very little. All the Star Trek references, yeah, and then it goes into the Orville's. So no, I don't think that I know what you're talking about. If there's something that I'm missing, then I gotta look it up. Season Guy, season 7, episode 11. Not all dogs gotta have it. Oh yes, I've absolutely seen that. I wouldn't call it the Star Trek episode, but yes, I've seen that. Gastro 1980. It's an old Family Guy episode with the TNG cast. They have the whole TNG cast. Yes, I've seen that. Absolutely. Wouldn't call it a Star Trek episode, though. It is I guess, the most Star Trek episode of Family Guy, sure. But I thought you meant like a parody of Star Trek, like their Blue Harvest for Star Wars, that kind of thing. That's what I was assuming when you said it, full episode of Star Trek episode of Family Guy. So. Man. Eric Martin, I've been watching that Steve Shives a bit. His videos are a strange mix. I agree with so much, and then a few seconds later, I want to throw something at the screen. Yeah, that's exactly how I am with his stuff as well. Some of it's very amusing, very funny, very well thought out, very thought-provoking, very on point. And then he goes and says something stupid like, canon doesn't matter. If canon gets in the way of a good story, just canon's not important. Then he says something stupid like that, and I go, just, the fuck? So yes, I'm right there with you on that one. But I do like his videos more often than not. And yeah, I agree with him a large majority of the time, just not all the time. And you can't agree with everybody all the time. I'm sure you people don't agree with me all the time, because I say some stupid fucking things. Michael Dorn wants the McDit. Oh, the McDLT, yes. Neil Hammersmith, would Picard Season 2 be considered decanonized or close to it? They swept that shit under the rug. No, it's not decanonized at all. Unfortunately, that is also something that has happened, and it is canon. You can't decanonize anything unless you officially go in and retcon it. And even then, considering it was on screen, it's still technically canon, and people will argue up and down that it'll be canon, whether it's canon or not, whether the IP holders say it's decanonized or not. It's going to be, but actually it was on screen, so yeah. No matter what, if they decanonize the Star Wars sequel movies and bring George Lucas in to make the actual ones that he wants to make, it still will have people arguing, well, actually, The Last Jedi is da-da-da-da-da-da. It's like, no. So, yeah, no matter what, people are going to be stupid. So, yeah. No, but Season 2 of Picard is not decanonized, I don't think. Who's excited for Section 31 movie? Not. Yeah, well, it's coming up. It's the 24th of January. Woohoo. We'll be doing a live review. Yay, that weekend probably. Oh, speaking of, I have a plan. This is the plan I came up with for this year. How would you guys feel about every month, one weekend a month, or one Saturday or Sunday a month, we focus on sneezing. A video completely about sneezing, a live where we sneeze constantly. We start reviewing Star Trek movies. Oh my God. Why am I sneezing? Oh, that's unsatisfying. There it is. That's satisfying. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Anyway, so yes, we start reviewing the movies. The same format as we review the episodes, but for January, unfortunately, it's going to be the Section 31 movie. For February, it'll be the motion picture. For March, it'll be Star Trek 2. And we'll do one of the movies a month as a live on the weekend, which is also Trekyards. So as we're reviewing the movie, you guys can get us drunk And there will be options for super chats, like a $5 super chat, quote a specific line from the movie. Me and Sam both know these movies very well, so we will quote the quote that you want us to quote. But yeah, every month there will be a movie review that'll carry us well into next year, and then we might move on to non-Star Trek movies after that. But we want to review all the Star Trek movies. We still want to finish our review of TNG. We want to review all the other series as well. This might take a lot of time. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. I thought it was a good idea because I thought of it. Sam thought it was a good idea. So I just want to get your read on it. What do you guys think? If it's on screen as movie or TV, it's canon, whether you like it or not. Yes. Section 31, not me. Okay. Richard Kennedy, I agree 100% with what you say. 67% of the time. Yes. Yes. Grant McGregor, bring in the wills and have the Sith be tired of the dark and light fight and just want to kill the Force and be done with it. Joseph Herrera says not. You don't like the idea, Joseph? Gestrel says great idea. Joseph says great idea. Richard Kennedy, I'm looking forward to Section 31 as I do for all new Trek, but it doesn't look too good. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Same thought. I love anything Trek. We'll see how it goes. How will it hit? Will it be good? Will it actually scratch the Star Trek itch? Or will it not? I don't know. Neil Hammersmith, if you do a review of the movies, can you do a comparison between TMP and TOS, The Changeling? It was basically the same plot. Yeah, absolutely. It was the same plot, but it was actually supposed to be an episode of Star Trek Phase 2 called In Thine Own Image. So it was a script that was for a TV show that was then changed into the motion picture where Nomad had gone before, as it's called. No, we're not. We probably won't do an in-depth, detailed comparison side by side of the motion picture and the Changeling, but maybe we will at some point. But it'll just be a review, just exactly the same style as our episode reviews, with screen caps, and we go through each scene and we, talk about it. We talk about the props that were reused or any mistakes that show up or anything like that. All that would be there. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Gestrel says Section 31 is the only way to watch it. Yeah, we're definitely doing a Trekyards when we talk about Section 31. For that very reason. Eric Martin, I hope there's lots of crying in Section 31 and bridge characters that get no story. Also aliens that get a complete makeover for no particular reason. Is that too harsh? Yes, I don't think there will be quote unquote bridge crew. And crying is probably not in that one, I would assume. And aliens that get a complete makeover. I mean, we got the guys from Sharon, the half black, half white people. There's one of those in the trailer. And it looks pretty spot on. I mean, how can you screw that up? Even they seem to have got that right. So, although the hair was also half black, half white, which it's not how the hair works. The hair on Commissioner Beale and what's the other guy's name? Loki? Was it Loki or I forget. Anyway, Commissioner Beale and stuff. They didn't have half black, half white hair, but that's okay. It's fine. It is what it is. We'll deal with it as it comes. That's what she said. Hit like, everybody. 21 people here, 12 likes. It's like the likes are a mirror of the people here. 21 and then 12. It's like a mirror. It's fine. There's 22 people here now, so let's screw that up. Neil Hammersmith, now are you going to do a fan-made movies as well? No, we will not do fan-made movies because fuck that. That's why. That's just too much bullshit. Grant McGregor, Into Darkness, more like Into Alcohol Poisoning if you had a Trekyards watch on that movie. We'll get to that eventually at some point, yes. We're not going to drink every time there's something stupid, though. We drink because you guys super chat in. So, yeah. Anytime they break canon or anything, they do something that doesn't make sense in the Star Trek universe. If we took a drink during that movie, yeah, we'd be screwed. But we're not going to do it that way, so. Super Coops, movie review sounds good to me, Cap. Thank you, man. Gestro, drapes must match the carpet, half black, half white. It's just don't have a carpet, man. Just use a razor. Let's play on the linoleum floor, the hardwood flooring. Come on. Richard Kennedy, when was the last time you did a Trek series rewatch and what was it? Not the reviews you do, just for your own personal enjoyment. It was Deep Space Nine. It was me and Sylvia rewatched Deep Space Nine during the summer, and I think we finished in beginning of October. So yeah, we just finished rewatching Deep Space Nine. So I think next on our hit list would be Voyager. I'm not sure when we're going to get into that though, but I think Voyager would be next. Yeah. And I get a new appreciation for Deep Space Nine every time I rewatch it. I see a lot of things that I didn't notice first time around or the last time I watched it or whatever. There's a lot there to like. And yeah. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Hold on 1 second here. I just got to check a message from somebody, and then I will be right back with you folks. So talk amongst yourselves or put some stuff in the chat for me when I get back. I'll just be a second here. Right? Good. All right. Why is this taking so long? Hold on. I know they're still there. All right. Eric Martin says, I just saw the Ultimate CO Outer episode recently. Oh, the Ultimate Computer episode recently. Wow, way ahead of its time, as now everyone is talking about AI. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. DS9 really is the best. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. And the more you watch it, the more you actually appreciate seasons 1 through 3 for how they set up the Dominion and seasons 4 through 7. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I always tell people, if you're just getting into Star Trek or you just want to check out Deep Space Nine, start with season 3 because otherwise. But at the same time, you can't really say that because you need the character development and build up, and there's a lot of good stuff in seasons 1 through 3. So, yeah, I hear you. Eric Martin, he should out some Star Trek. Put some Star Trek elevator music on while we wait. I should, but I don't have Star Trek elevator music. Peter Lukaku, hey Cap, nice to see you live again. I was bummed out when I found our Sci-Fi channel messed with the Star Trek lineup and replaced Voyager with Disco. Ugh. I was not aware of that, and that's very depressing. So, Kit 10K, yo, Cat, been a while since I've been able to watch live. Was not too much. Good to see you. Glad you're here, and it's been a while since I've done a live, to be fair. So, I'm just happy there's anyone here. So, you guys keep coming back for more. You love the punishment, and that's fine by me. Shit, hold on, I gotta check another message. Do 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. I don't have any elevator music for you. Disco is probably cheaper to broadcast. Don't think that's true. Shannon Sullivan, how do you stop Canadian bacon curling in the pan? Take away their little brims. Well, you didn't give me a chance to answer. I would have got that one. It's the stupidest Canadian joke in the book. Kit 10K, I haven't been able to watch any of your lives, whether solo or with Sam, but I still watch when I can. Well, I really appreciate that. Hope everything is good with you and hope you're doing well and all that jazz. Got a little bit of a different angle here today with this setup. Kind of half my face lit instead of facing this way where your camera's over here and you can see them. So hopefully that's okay. Time is it? Yes. All right, so what do you guys want to chat about, man? What do you want to chat about? I'm trying to think of something interesting to discuss. Is there anything on your minds? Anything you'd like my opinion on? Any advice I can give you? Any of the things? Eric Martin says, those action movie lives were fun. Sam goes off on a train of thought at times, and I say to myself, where is he taking us? Yeah. Sometimes I appreciate that because I can't think of anything to talk about. And other times I'm kind of like bogged down in it, and I'm like, what are you doing? But yes, they are fun discussions. He has some interesting thoughts, for sure. Sometimes they make sense, sometimes they don't. Same with mine, though. A lot of times I'm like, it's just phenomenal. This is great. I don't know what else to say. Great action. Joseph Redo, did McDonald's in Canada come out with a new value menu too? I have no idea. I haven't been to McDonald's for a while. Possibly, though. Neil Hammersmith, I have been referencing TNG a lot when writing my white papers on AI. There are several episodes in which the crew interacts with the ship's computer, similar to how we interact with OpenAI. Yeah, absolutely, especially when you're creating a holodeck program or something. Joseph Barbato, any new away missions coming up? No. Me and Sylvia might be going to the Dominican or somewhere, a resort in March, around there sometime maybe. We might also, Sylvia and I might be going to STLV in August and then LA for a few days. We'll have to see. Other than that, no, nothing really planned at all. So, speaking of, there's more people here now. Yes, if you guys want to see me in the Admiral, we are doing a live on Sunday afternoon, this Sunday, probably around 1-2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to be hanging out with you guys for a few hours, answering questions and talking about whatever you guys want to talk about with me and the Admiral. So Yeah, tune in if you want. Neil Hammersmith, silly me, I forgot. Hail Kaon. Hail Kaon. Peter Lukaku, pumped for the new season of Reacher, although last season kind of had a hard time finding its feet. I haven't watched any of Reacher, so I don't know. Kit 10K, here's a random question for you. Do you think a Jedi and or a Sith lightsaber can stop the beam from a Ghostbusters proton pack? As I said, random but kind of fun to think about. Sure, yeah, absolutely. You could deflect that, 100%, guaranteed. I have spoken. Sean O'Sullivan, how are things in America's hat? Between Trudeau resigning and Trump promising you will join the U.S., there's a lot going on. Trump can suck my big fat cock, because fuck that guy. And Trudeau, don't really give a shit if he resigns or not. Canada will never be America, and anybody that's some Canadian that wants to be American, they can go fuck themselves, because that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever fucking heard. So, how about no? Does that answer your question? I rarely get political, but this whole Canada being the 51st state, first of all, you're a fucking moron. Canada's not one fucking province, it's multiple provinces, so it'd be more than one state, you fucking nitwit. Second of all, go fuck yourself. How about that? Threaten another country's sovereignty just because you feel like it? I'm sorry, but that is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard, and the fact that it's still being talked about is, in my opinion, insanely retarded. Is that politically correct to say? Probably not. I really don't give a shit. Shit like this just makes me angry. So, there, we're done talking about it. Fuck all that bullshit. Eric Martin, people keep telling me to watch The Man in the High Castle. Thoughts? Man in the High Castle is fucking great. Alternate history. I have checked it out. It is amazing. What would happen if the Nazis basically won World War II? It is great. It is a very good show. Highly recommend it. Yes, I would tell you to watch it as well. Rant alarm. Yeah. LOL. Nothing on the TV tonight, so I'm stuck watching Librarians. Anybody enjoy that show? Librarians. Never heard of it. Joseph Barbado, I've not heard of this. LOL, that's wild. I do live under a rock, though. No, you don't want to hear it. It's all fucking bullshit. Here's a wild question. Will the Klingon D7 defeat the Katinga class? Probably not, because the Katinga class is kind of a more powerful version of a D7, although slightly smaller. We've done a video on this. The D7 is slightly smaller than a Katinga. You wouldn't think so, but what's going on here? All right. Sorry, I'm dealing with another thing on the side here, so. I've heard good things about Man in the High Castle as well, but haven't yet watched it. Yeah, I'd recommend it. It's a good watch. You got to pay attention. You got to be focused on it, but good characters, great acting. It's good. It's a good story. And I love alternate reality stuff or alternate history stuff. I think it's great. Eric Martin Cat, you have to take care of your health and not let political things raise your blood pressure. Would you like some healthy McDonald's food? No. Because that's not healthy. That'd probably raise my blood pressure even more. Did my blood pressure raise? I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I'll be fine. Thank you. I recommend watching Sanctuary with Amanda Tapping. I'd like to tap Amanda Tapping. Tim Casse, or Cass, I hope I said it right. What's that weird noise? Is that noise your dog snoring? Yes, yes it is. That's Lola snoring. And if it's not Lola snoring, it'd be Precious snoring, just back here. Kit 10K, a Katinga battling a D7 is like a Constitution refit battling a TOS era Constitution, in my opinion. Yeah, it's about accurate. Sean O'Sullivan, do you like For All Mankind? No, I don't, actually. I fucking love For All Mankind. It's great. Another alternate history thing. I think it's fantastic. Yes. Eric Martin, Fringe was alternate reality. Loved it. It blew my mind with twists and turns. I've never watched Fringe. I would probably really like it by the sounds of it, though. You gotta stop snoring. You're bugging all the peoples on the live. She doesn't care. Neil Hammersmith, perhaps you need an analgesic cream. Sure. Kit 10K. Oh, and how's the sleeping buzzsaw behind you doing? They are all doing well. They are all doing well. Thank you for asking. But yeah. Joseph Barbado. There was this really terrible game I had on PS3 called Turning Point Fall of Liberty, which was the Axis reaching America. Really bad game, but I love that kind of stuff, alternate history. Like the Enterprise 4 season premiere. Yeah, absolutely. The game sounds vaguely familiar as well. But yeah, if anybody's thinking about watching Man in the High Castle, I would recommend it personally. So, Eric Martin, did you catch Robert Picardo interviewed in TVO? Did I catch Robert Picardo interviewed in TVO? What is TVO? Neil Hammersmith, Turning Point sounds like a knockoff of the recent Wolfenstein games. What are you doing? Lola. You licking your paw? Perfect. Mr. Captain 93, greetings, Cap. Question for us in CTV land. Is CTV carrying Section 31 movie? Also, do I really need to care if they do? I have no idea if they are. I have no idea. TV Ontario, Cap. I have no idea TVO even still existed. So no, I did not catch the Robert Picardo TVO interview. If it's not on TikTok or YouTube, I probably haven't seen it. Well, those are actually good, the Wolfenstein games. Yes, Wolfenstein's great. What is happening here? Hey, stop. You don't have to lick your paw so much. It's a really irritating sound. Okay, fuck off. All right, sorry about that. I'm back now. I promise. It's got another thing going on that I'm dealing with for tomorrow. So, TVO is great on some nights. They brought us Doctor Who from the BBC back in the day. Kid 10K says, I showed Sam. I think I forgot to show you, though, but I've been writing my Star Trek book once again, which has made me begin to really add details in the 3D file of my ship in the book. Nice. It's shaping up to be the most detailed ship I have ever done to date. There you go. Always getting better and improving. That's the way to do it. Mr. Captain 93 says, one thing Lower Decks forgot, the little Voyager. Did they get home? I would imagine so. That's going to be one of the new missions of Starbase 80. Investigating this dimensional threshold is to solve any problems like that, get them home. So yeah. Tim says, I still prefer the older episodes of Twilight Zone with Rod Sterling. Yeah, Twilight Zone is great. Rod Sterling is sufficiently creepy with a great narrator's voice. And I miss the old Twilight Zones. There's some really good ones. It's a good show. Good show. And there's nowhere to watch it that I know of right now. Hold on. The black and white 1960s Twilight Zone is the best. Eric says, are you going to play with the sand art tonight? No, it's a very nice pattern right now, and I don't want to fuck with it. Peter Lukaku, is there anything in the pipeline for Trek after Strange New Worlds? The Starfleet Academy show? And the live action comedy that's being done by Tawny Newsome? Star Trek 4? Maybe, eventually, someday. That's about it. That's all I know. I would love more Lower Decks, but weren't they already running up against the Prodigy timeline, which itself ran up to the Picard timeline? Maybe and maybe and maybe. I don't know. Doesn't matter. You can fucking overlap stuff. Just don't have to tie into it necessarily. It's fine. Miss Cap 93, we are still waiting for your follow-up to visit the Star Trek dentist. I've talked to Mike, him quite a bit. He's got another office as well, which has Marvel props and stuff. And I don't know. Well, I'll get back there eventually. I do keep in touch with them. So. Oh my good God. Kit 10K, also the anti-He-Man sort of power I showed you about a while back will be printed in a few months. A friend is getting a big printer, so I can do it for like $20 versus nearly $300 with Shapeways. Plus, Shapeways isn't a thing anymore, is it? Neil Hammersmith, is there going to be a sequel series to Lower Decks? Seems like they set it up that way, especially setting up Starbase 80 and the Riff. No, there's nothing confirmed for that, but yeah, they definitely leave the door open on multiple fronts for stuff to be spin-offs or follow-ups to the show, so I don't know. I haven't heard. We haven't talked to Mike McMahon. We need to arrange an interview with him, and even if he did know, he wouldn't tell us. So, but yeah, we will have some Mike McMahon interviews at some point, I'm sure. Kit 10K, Shapeways is back. Not as big, but they are back. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting. yeah. Anyway, that's where we're at with everything. As I said, if you haven't checked out my Shelf by Shelf Chapter 8, check it out. It was released today. Chapter 9 is already filmed, which is going to be a great one. Hopefully you'll love Chapter 9. And that won't be the following week. I think I'm going to do something else for the following week and maybe break up the Shelf by Shelf series a little bit. But anyway, so check out those videos on my channel. Let me know what you think. Watch them if you can, or at least turn them on, hit like, help out the algorithm. That'd be great. But again, you don't even have to do that. Thank you to the one person that super chatted this live. Thank you to Olivia. I'm probably wrapping this up, is what I'm saying. Unless you guys have something else you want me to talk about. Bump in the night. No, just a dumbass in my house. Mr. Captain 93, just wondering your opinion. Lately there's been a lot of YouTube videos saying that the Trek brand is dead or dying. Why are people saying that? Because they're stupid and they want views for their channels. I mean, we got so much new Trek all at once. Then, of course, some of it has to go away. So now it's going away. It's like, oh, it's dying. Let me tell you something. Back in 2009, when the 2009 Star Trek film came out, and everybody said, JJ saves Star Trek. JJ didn't save fuck all. Star Trek wasn't dead. Star Trek was a little dormant. People were still buying merchandise. People were still clamoring for Star Trek stuff. JJ didn't save Star Trek. So even if Star Trek dies, it'll never die. There'll always be new stuff coming up. Even if there is a hiatus of 10, 15 years, it'll come back. It's fine. It's just how these things work. Get a little bit of franchise fatigue, a little bit of burnout, and then you come back around to it. It's fine. And it's not so much franchise fatigue. I think it's just financial issues with Paramount and CBS. That's the reason for a lot of the Star Trek stuff going away. But at least we got it. And I hate that people say, well, this is the golden age of fucking... It's not. The golden age of Star Trek was back in the 90s. This is, like I said, more of the silver age. Like the silver age of comics. The golden age of comics, you got your Batman and your Superman and all that. The silver age got your spin-offs. Like the Jimmy Olsen comic. The fucking... Blue Beetle comic, all that shit. All the secondary characters got their own show, their own comics in the Silver Age. We're in the Silver Age of Star Trek right now. So anybody tells you it's the Golden Age is wrong. The Golden Age was the 90s. And we had different Star Trek as well. We had Star Trek for different likes, different preferences this time around, which is great. I love this. The exploration into animated Star Trek as well as humorous Star Trek to quote unquote kids show Star Trek, which Prodigy is in no way a kids show in my opinion. It's too well written and too well thought out and a little bit thought provoking to be considered a quote unquote a kids show. But so the Silver Age has expanded things, and is it dying? I mean, maybe. I could see another 10 years and we might not have anything new coming out, but it's still, there's always going to be something there, you know? So I'm not too worried about it. That's what I'm saying. Kid 10K, I had a thought for a Star Trek miniseries. They should do a series that follows Martok and bring J.J. Hertzler back to reprise the role and have it take place solely in the Klingon out. No. Klingon-centric episodes bore me. All right? So do ones that focus on, like, the Romulans, let's say. Now everybody's like, oh, they should try these shows where it's all Romulan or all Klingon. For a mini-series, maybe. Like 6 episodes kind of thing. But a whole series? No, I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't care. I'd watch it. Of course I'd watch it. It's Star Trek. And if it was good, I'd probably enjoy it. But I like the Federation. I like the human aspect of things. I want to see that. I don't want to see the Klingons. I don't want to see any of that shit. It's nothing I'd be clamoring for. That's just me personally. And you did say miniseries, so yes. I mean, there's comics. There's IDW comics that are called Spotlights, and one comic will focus on just three or four or five Romulan stories. Another one, they're called Alien Spotlights. One's a Gorn series, one's an Andorian series, one's a Romulan series, one's a Klingon series. And it's basically an anthology or a compendium of different stories in one volume that focus specifically on that. And that's kind of fun. But as long as that's not all we're getting. I don't know. I've fought back against this idea of let's have a Klingon-centric show. I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't know. Joseph Brado says, I got Star Wars fatigue for sure. Kit says, I think I misspelled JG's last name. Let's see. Yes, it's Hertzler, not Heltzler. Eric Martin throws in $5. Thank you, Eric. Looking forward to the Sunday Live. Oh, you better be there. And have some good questions for the Admiral. I'm really proud of her. She's really done amazing this last year. She's like super great with her job. Like she's also been going to the gym every weekday since last January, for like an hour or two in the morning, and she looks fantastic. She feels better. She can move better. I'm very proud of her for everything she's accomplished, and I'd go with her to the gym, but I don't get up that early, so that's a whole other situation. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys turn up on Sunday to hang out with the Admiral and I and chat with us and get our opinions on things. And it should be a fun time. So if you can make it, please do. Neil Hammersmith, looking at Star Trek, Star Wars, MCU, and Ghostbusters. This is the age of hyper world building. Yes, sometimes detrimentally so. So, Eric Martin, next season of Andor might be good. It'll be good. I'm sure it will. Andor season 1 was great. I still can't believe what they spend on those Star Wars streaming shows. You really can't see it on screen for the most part. Yeah, I guess you're not wrong. Skeleton Crew, I've been enjoying Skeleton Crew. Yeah. War God 6, I heard Sundance spot Paramount or something down the road. Sure, I've heard something similar. Grant McGregor, I still need to write down my fanfic Bible for Star Trek series that is around building the first Federation Transwarp network. Yes, you still need to do that. You okay? You need to go downstairs. You're kind of acting up. You need to stop. Kit 10K, the Admiral is a special woman. She has to put up with you. Kidding. She's a great person. You're a lucky man. I am a very lucky man. She is fantastic in many, many, many ways. I don't deserve her. I don't know what I did to warrant having her in my life, but she's fantastic, so. Any recommendations for a good Trek novel or novel series to read? The Vanguard series. Star Trek Vanguard novels are fucking great. Yeah, Star Trek Vanguard series. Check it out. I give a lot of recommendations during my Shelf by Shelf series, so I would say check that out. Maybe you'll get some. That would be chapter 1, 2, 3, 4. Chapter 5 specifically talks about Star Trek novels. So chapter 5 of my Shelf by Shelf series, maybe give that a watch. I talk about the Vanguard series in there. and I highly recommend it. So, Kid 10K, you don't know what you did to have the Admiral in your life? Do you think maybe she had too much Romulan ale? Maybe. Maybe she's got some kind of brain damage. The Shatner books are surprisingly good. Yes, because they're not written by Shatner. They're written by Judith and Garfield Reeves Stevens, which are fantastic authors. Yes, the Shatner-verse novels are great. They are also highly recommended by me. I love the Further Adventures of Captain Kirk. Written by William Shatner. He suggested things that he would like his character to do. And then Judith and Garfield Reeves Stevens wrote the novels and put his name on it, saying, William Shatner wrote this with help from Judith and Garfield Reeves Stevens on the bottom. Yeah. Yes, I highly recommend the Shatnerverse novels as well. Yeah. Can't think of any other Star Trek series off the top of my head that are worth checking out. You snoring? You look kind of sad. You okay? I know, I'm boring you. Anyway, I think I'll leave it there. Might go play some Helldivers now. Have over, how much time do I have? 818 hours in Helldivers 2 now, and I'm a level 144, which level 150 is the highest you can get to. Love that game, Helldivers 2, man. Maybe I should stream it live after this. Go play with my friends and stream it. We'll see. I don't know. Because I did this live earlier than usual, so. New Frontier books are all right. I think they are all out of print, though. Yeah, but there's always places to find those. Kid 10K, speaking of Star Trek novels, are there any books you've read that you'd like to see made into a movie if they could? Lots. Crossover, Federation, let's see, Foundations. Yeah, there's quite a few Star Trek novels that would be great to see brought to the screen. For humanity, for freedom, for justice, for democracy. It's a great game. And now that the Illuminate are back, oh my god, the Illuminate. Plus, all the games we play now are on Super Helldive, level 10, which is insane sometimes. So, it's just a fun game. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it there. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, tune in on Sunday on this channel for a live with the Admiral and myself. I would love to hear from you guys and have you hang out with us. Should be fun. She's always entertaining. She's always a delight. And she's nice to look at. She's easy on the eyes. So if you can make it, please do. I'd really appreciate it. I'm sure she would as well. This was kind of her idea that she wants to do a live. So what time Sunday, says Eric? Probably 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Not quite sure exactly on the start time yet, but it'll be early afternoon. You still have it shrink wrap. Never had it. Well, you better get on it. It's a live game. Like the Galactic War is always changing, and it's in the real time. So you've already missed like a huge bulk of it, like a year's worth of the war. There's so much that's happened. You can't just save it till later and then play the game, because you're missing out on the whole fucking game, the whole campaign. You need to get in there and get on it, because it's always updating, and yeah, there's war bonds to buy. There's upgrades for your ships. I've got all of them. I'm maxed out on everything now. It's a great game. So leave it shrink wrapped and never chance. That's not how Helldivers 2 works, man. Oh my god, get on it. Get on it. You can even come and join me and play with us if you want. It's squads of 4, so you're usually full, but if anybody sees me online and wants to jump in on a game, feel free. If there's a slot open, just tell me who you are. I've had 1 or 2 people join my private games, and I don't recognize the name. Their microphone wasn't working. I didn't know who the fuck they were, and yeah, just have a working microphone and tell me who you are, so that I know who I'm playing with. But anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you guys for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic evening and a great weekend. Like I said, if you can join us on Sunday, please do. If not, that's cool too. But check out any content we have coming out this weekend, because we do have a good video coming out tomorrow, so on the Trekyards channel. So anyway, until next time, I'm Captain Foley. Live long and prosper, everybody. Have yourselves a good one. I'll see you later. For democracy. For freedom. The controller has a mic built in. How does it not work? Sometimes when you join a game, everybody else is muted. You have to go into their separate audio channels and unmute them. It's a whole thing. Anyway, bye. Bye, everybody.